Hello YouTube, Freddy Cardona here. Welcome back to another Fred Drives video. We're going to feature Kearny Avenue. We were in the area featuring Ridge Road. And now that we are here, we're going to show you a complete Kearny Ave drive. Don't know where or how far this goes down Kearny Avenue, but for those of you that have lived on Kearny Avenue, this will be a good treat if you no longer live here. We're stopped on the corner of Ridge Road and let's see where else. What's the other one? I'll let you know in a minute. Let me see if I can get into traffic as we start the ride. Belleville Turnpike. Welcome to the town of Kearny. It's getting a little warm. I think I'm going to take off my jacket. Let me just stop here for a moment. Just wanted to show you something really cool here. You got Minion, Fantastic Four, Inside Out, Hitman, Mission Impossible. You gotta love these mom and pop theaters, right? And you have one right here in Kearny. It just says Minion, but it's probably Minions. It's gotta be a sequel, a prequel. But check that out, that's cool. All right, I took my jacket off. I'm a little bit more comfortable. It is cold, it is the winter time. Put my seatbelt back on. Crossing Sealy Avenue. And we continue. It got pretty warm. I'm gonna roll the window down so you can also hear the organic sounds of Kearny. Bennett Avenue. That sounds like an album. The Organic Sounds of Kearny. It's a beautiful day for a drive, crossing Stuyvesant Avenue. You've got a school there on the right. Let's see, do we still have the same buses? Let me see. You've got the 30 to Newark and the 109 to Harrison, which is weekday rush hour service only. Okay. We've got a school, the Roosevelt School, there on the right. If you attended that school, let me know. Kearny Avenue. You got 285 regular, 293 premium, or regular credit, sorry. I like to call out the gas prices as well for historical purposes. If you make a left on Laurel, you'll be going to the police station. There's a church on the corner here, so you can pray over your ticket before you go to court. Crossing, I think that was Washington. There's so many things to see. You should see my head back and forth, left, right, backwards. Arlington Players Tennis Club. Season's greetings. The town of Kearny. If you see the decorations, the wreaths on the light poles, we are in the midst of the holiday season. Don't know when you're going to be watching this video, but happy holidays nonetheless. You might watch it in December, you might watch it in the summer when it's 99 degrees out there. It's 48 degrees currently. Midtown Pharmacy. I saw a report on mom and pop pharmacies that are in danger. And even some of the national chains. You got Rosa Agency there on the right, a real estate broker. Taqueria Los Güeros there on Lyndhurst. And on the left, obviously, we're in Kearny Avenue. I almost said Lyndhurst. I think I did say it. All right, at this Exxon, the regular cash is $3.39 and the regular credit is $3.49. Crossing Oakwood Avenue. So I believe this ride started in Arlington. Got a Walgreens there on the right. Crossing Quincy Avenue. hear, I don't know if you can hear the wind or not, but it is windy. We've got the town hall there on the left. Wilson Auto Parts on the right. And we got a church on the left. I would have to always check the commutes. Anytime I pick a place to live, I always want to make sure there's commuting nearby. Usually if my car's in the shop, to save money on taking Uber, I would like to be able to take a bus to work, and the same for Mrs. Cardona. So we always try to find places that you can commute easier, you know, to work and back. That's important. You got to be able to get to work. Can't pay the rent if you can't get to work. Oh snap, I just made a quote. You can't pay the rent if you can't get to work. Yeah, paying the rent is a priority. I always tell people sometimes I won't eat to pay the rent. If I'm living in someone else's home, they have bills. They have to pay the bank. They have to pay their mortgage. Mortgage companies don't say, oh, don't worry about paying me. You could keep your house. Those banks don't play. I've owned a home and I know what it's like to deal with the banks. I mean, a lot of times if you work with them, they're flexible. But if you try to like get out of paying just to be spiteful, that's different. But I do have to admit, banks are pretty helpful. They're not as bad as I'm making it out to be, but still, if you own a home and you rent out an apartment to someone, you got bills to pay, and you depend on that income from the rental property. You know, they depend on that. It's like we depend on our salary. Imagine we work for a whole month, and instead of we don't get paid because the company doesn't have the money. No, you expect that money because you need it for your expenses as we cross Wilson Avenue. That's why for me, paying the rent is the priority. If I ever come up short where there's an emergency, you know, you can always ask to pay a little later, but that's not always guaranteed. Just got to jump in and do some Ubering or something, and some door dashing, do some gig work to supplement if I have to. But I'm always going to pay the rent. I'm not going to play with that. Continuing on Kearny Avenue, you see the buildings there in the background up ahead. That's I think it's Newark, right? Unless Harrison has tall buildings too. Nope, that's Newark. You can see it. We have a park on the left. Is it a park? I don't see a sign, but I do see a double staircase going up. Oh yeah, West Hudson Park. Hudson County. Yay, I'm in another county. Woodland Avenue is the street that we're crossing right now. I'm actually quite warm with the sun beating down on me. Crossing Johnston Avenue. We've got a bank there on the right. National something Bank and Trust. That might just be a ghost sign. I don't think that's an actual bank anymore. We are crossing into Franklin E. Rogers Boulevard. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me on this drive. If you enjoy the content and you're a visitor, you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe if you like the content. Check out the other videos on my channel, and if you like what you see, you can go ahead and subscribe and become part of the Fred Scriber ATF community. And the ATF is not a federal agent here. This ATF is the All Things Fred group. All right, guys, thank you so much for your loyal viewership. As I give you a little bit of extra footage here, as we stop on Hamilton Street and Franklin E. Rogers Boulevard. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video.